What's up, guys? Welcome back to the McJunkersons podcast.
Wait.
Jim's gay.
No, it started before.
Sorry, guys. I just wanted to
Sorry, one moment.
wasn't done with that.
You were probably right, Logan. I should have pooped.
And go.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the McJunkersons podcast, Jim's Stock Talk edition. That's it.
Hey guys, I'm back.
Welcome.
Alright, so on today's episode, we're going to obviously go over stop losses and holding the fucking line.
It's pretty important.
Yeah, it's
Brutal
very
week in the
important.
market
Yep.
Yeah.
this week, too.
Yep, the market went down. Bitcoin's down. Ethereum's down. Everyone's account's down.
So bad.
It's rough.
Out of 5 traders, 1 was profitable. So you can take that as it is. So stop losses.
Yeah, get into what.
You're gonna find a stock that you love. Obviously, we went over this in the last episode, but I'll touch on it right now. Find a stock that you love. Pick a price target. As it reaches that target, you're gonna take as you go up. So 25%, you're gonna take a chunk out of your account or in that position. 75%, you're gonna take a chunk out. And then I'm pretty much at about 100%. I only have my profit left in that position. This way, I can't really get too screwed because they're called runners. So it would just eat at my profit at that point. And like I said, stocks go up. So it's all about how long you're going to hold it. So that's the technique of taking profits. And then so stop loss would be, my stop loss generally is 20%. It depends per stock and it depends on where the meta is at. That word is not generally used with stocks, but I like to use it because what meta is like what's relevant. And so like last week or the week before last week, what was relevant was cryptos, obviously. Tesla bought in, everyone rode that to its high, and then it needed to correct itself. Everyone has their own opinion on where Bitcoin's going. That's fine. I personally feel that it's going to bounce from 43K and go back up. I think that the big bag holders are going to have to average down to stay in the game. That's another technique. If you love a stock and you love what they're about and you know they're going to do well, even though the market took a hit this week and your stock is down, you have to hold it. Average down. Always average down. I average down every 10%. I think that's a safe bet. If I know there's news coming up, I'll average down a little bit more frequently than 10% just because I know it's going to go up. But if it's like a stale SPAC that had some sort of news but didn't end up having the partnership and everyone thought it was going to, then that's what you would do in that boat. So the market should be able to come back. Biden passed the stimmy check through the House.
The stimmy check.
So
The stimmy check.
that's generally how I think he's going to save the stock market. I think I'm not a conspiracy theorist kind of guy, but I'm pretty sure that you can't always take dubs. You're going to take some L's, and I think that's pretty intentional. So there's something called short sellers. I'll go into short sellers right now, actually, might as well. So a lot of those guys took advantage of this week. Short sell puts out news that doesn't benefit a particular stock. And what they do is the day before that, they release this negative news, is they go in and put the stock. Putting the stock is betting against the stock, and you can make money doing that. Or short selling the stock, shorting the stock. So selling your shares and having to buy them back. Or renting somebody. Pretty much you're just renting your shares out to somebody to borrow. Why it's losing, so you're not going to necessarily lose money, and you'll end up making money in the end. It's a very complicated thing, but... So they took advantage of that. So you generally see that when the market's down, they throw some salt in the wound. Try to shake paper hands. Don't be a paper hands. I'll be honest with you, I made the mistake of selling SOS on Friday. I have 4,000 shares of SOS. Sold 2,500 of them to try to severely average down about $4. And I got penalized by the IRS for selling and buying the same stock within 30 days. They called it a wet trade. It was something crazy. We're looking up right now, but
That's good to know.
it's just. So I mean, I've been trading. I want to say full time for almost a year now, and I have never ran into that. So it's like the more you know, the better it is to protect yourself, because there's a $13,000 penalty in the end. They took my average of $5.20 and jacked it up to $9.20, which at that point, at break even, I still have to make an additional 48% on my return to literally break even at that point, which is fine. SOS, I believe in. That's why I bought it. So I don't buy anything I don't believe in. Short sellers mentioned that SOS isn't legitimate. They did that with Riot, who was at $60 a share 2 weeks ago. They did that with Mara. Short sellers do it. They did it with Neo, saying that Neo was going to get delisted as a Chinese stock. Just crazy stuff to try to shake the people that don't really know or don't want to do the DD. Generally, a lot of people in Discords on Twitter that just hunt and go off of people say without doing any DD, they're out there trying to shake those guys out of the stock, and so they can get a better price when the stock's down, and then everyone's going to go back up. It's going to fly back up, and that's what it is. It's called a short squeeze. So that's a very broad, basic way of putting it for you guys. I recommend Googling a short sell. I recommend, that's you, so you can know when it's coming. But you'll generally, when it's coming, it's pretty unavoidable, because when the market's down, that's out of your hands, right? You're not going to know. I mean, you can generally take a guess. Market last year was down at the end of February into March, so I guess we could have quote unquote saw it coming, but hindsight 2020 at that point. So yeah, last week sucked. It sucked for everybody.
So bad.
They're trying to shake the paper hands. There were so many earners from January to now that the market really had to correct itself, which is totally healthy. There's 100 reasons why it's healthy, but we don't have enough time of the day to go into that. So it's all about perspective. Your personal bank account, where it's at, or your portfolio on your that correlate with your stop loss and where you put them, what you can lose and what you can't lose. I know they say that you should put into the stock market what you're willing to lose, but fuck that. I'm not really willing to lose any of it. And at that point, I do everything I can to protect myself. Obviously, with the market crash, you cannot protect yourself unless you went in liquid, which is, yeah, that's a whole different. That's crazy. That's personally not for me. So that's pretty much how to protect yourself. And to continue to protect yourself when the market crash happens, just realize that you just got to hold. Everything will be okay. Tesla didn't buy into Bitcoin to lose their shorts, right? Or lose their pants on it. So Square didn't either. So somebody knows something that we don't know. Then that's the issue. That's relevant with everything, obviously, whether it's in sports betting, anything. So
Sweet.
there's always somebody that has. So unless you have insider information, it's nearly impossible to come out of a market. I wouldn't even say it's a crash; it's more of a correction, and that's how you keep your head above the water.
And if you have insider information, join our Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah, right now, we might as well plug that. Green Mountain Bulls is
Yep.
the name of our Discord, if you didn't know already.
Yep.
It is a subscription service now. You have to pay a monthly fee to join. It won't be much, but
Right now, let's see.
If you're new into and wanting to get into trade stocks, this is a perfect way to start.
we're at 70 members or something.
70 members.
70 members at the moment.
So it's always cooking. So right now we have 7 online members. So it's just always moving. If you have any questions, you go to the journal chat. Everyone will attack your question and handle it for you. So the Discord's really great. If you have a stock in mind and coincidentally that they call it out, you're like, oh, perfect. So they have a similar interest, and you're going to see what DD they did and what DD you did. Make sure it was good enough to invest your money into it and take it from there.
Perfect.
It's very useful.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very helpful to
It's a
have.
tool.
Yeah, it's very helpful to have these guys who, day in and day out, are always looking at the stock market and doing the research.
Right.
When, there's other people, like us. There's a lot of people in the Discord that, have their everyday job and they can't always look at the market. So the Discord is very helpful to be able to just check in every once in a while, ask your questions, and, know what to do when you do buy into stock.
Yep.
There's really great energy in there. Everyone's friendly. We all get along. Everyone's making money for the most part, except for this past week, which
No one's making money.
was
this
one
week,
of the
folks.
hardest weeks.
We did have a call that is green this week. Shout out to Iceberg Dylan on the Rolls Royce call.
Oh,
Yeah, so I
Wow.
appreciated that. I have quite a few shares of Rolls Royce in it. I would be down a lot more if it wasn't for that call. So do your DD before you take any calls. They're all opinions, and yeah, appreciate you guys looking into the Discord and listening to the podcast for sure.
Jim, do you have anything that we should look out for coming this week?
Bitcoin, where it's at. No one knows what it's gonna do. I don't
Yeah.
care if you think you know, you really don't.
Nice.
Like, you have no idea. It dropped past the support line of 45.58, which wasn't stellar. 45,338 was what we didn't want it to go under, and it did. It held above that support for four days, so I thought we were good, but seems like it needs to be corrected a little bit more. So if it dips under 40, keep an eye out for that and get ready for a ride, because I personally am not going to sell my Bitcoin mining currency stocks, because you only lose if you sell and stocks go up. I've seen it. I've seen some crazy drops, and I've seen some crazy stuff go up. Let's say if you're holding, let's say SOS or NXTD or BRQS, just realize that you might be down 40%, but they will do that just in a pre-market jump. So
we went through that with Mara several times.
yeah, don't sweat that. That's why we play these. It's the pain's temporary. We're in it for the long. So this is the second time I played SOS this month. The first time I played SOS, I sold at 115% profit. So it's all good. You just gotta just roll with the punches and keep your head. And don't be a paper-handed.
I think you can say bitch if you like.
Don't be a paper-handed bitch. The IRS will come after you and penalize you.
That's also true.
The IRS gods know when you messed up and went against your own rule. That's my rule. Don't be a paper-handed bitch. And I had 30K in this thing, so it was like really wild. So I got really scared, and I paper-handed it. And on top of that, I took the hit. So I should have just stayed in, right? So hindsight, but yeah, stay in is my point. Stocks go up.
You'll have losses, you'll have wins, you'll have ups, you'll have downs. I know I've benefited from it already a lot, and right now I feel like crying. So,
Yeah.
There's good times and there's bad times, but it's all about the whole.
If you like overwhelming joy, gratitude, pain, sorrow,
Yeah.
In your bank account to rise.
Yeah, and kick a short seller in the penis.
and kick short side of the penis.
Trust me.
The stock market's for you.
Exactly.
You're gonna want to kick a short seller in the penis this coming week.
Jim, I forgot to ask you, our 1 month promo.
Yeah.
We're still doing that?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. We'll
So-
do a 1 month promo.
So if you join the Discord, Green Mountain Bulls, you can use Discord on computer or on your smartphone. You join in there, and if you're listening to the podcast or watching on YouTube, make sure you send a screenshot or a picture of you either subscribed to YouTube or subscribed on Apple Podcast or Spotify.
Yep.
And send it to Jim either through the Discord. He's Jimmy Trades.
Yep.
And on Twitter, is it the same thing on Twitter?
Jim trades one.
Jim Trades one on Twitter. So either way, probably be easiest right through the Discord. So yeah, join the Discord. Send it right to him. 1 month free of Green Mountain Bulls stocks and all the call outs that you could ever get.
If you have no idea what you're doing, this is huge for you.
It really is.
This is huge.
I don't know what I'm doing.
If you don't know the
And you're
terms,
making money.
And I'm making money.
Except for last week.
Except for last week.
right.
But I'm making money.
But you know why you didn't make money. We all know why we didn't make money. The market
The
corrected
market,
itself.
yeah, the market's just doing its thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, guys. Thank you for listening to the McJarkison's podcast. We didn't do an original McJarkison's podcast this week, episode this week. We're just doing this. So hopefully people will find interest in this. It's really a good thing because you can make a lot of money, and money's fun.
One last thing. Our member of the week last week, it's going to be Big Hoss.
Oh,
Yeah.
I look. So wait. Tell me why. I can't wait to hear this.
Member of the week's Big Hoss. Dude's out of his mind, but I gave him some feedback on his post, and he took it well. And not everyone can be a flying tiger, Matt.
Okay. I'm sure it was a shot at somebody I'm not a part of. Well,
Christ. Well, if you're in the stock market, we'll see you in hell.
KK short, sour in the penis.
Join our Discord, and we'll see you again next week.
thanks, Jim.
To hopefully make money, right?
Yeah, seriously. Bitcoin, please come back.